Alright, so I've been gone for a few days. I was too busy watching the absolute chaotic mess that was the Brazilian Grand Prix weekend in real life F1. But today we're back on F1 24. It's Haas to Glory, round number 12 at Monza, the Temple of Speed. Alright, so welcome to qualifying. Now I want to quickly just say if you could please like the video, because I'm telling you to, I'm not asking. No, we don't do that round here. And why not subscribe? I'm trying to hit 1.4k by the end of the year. And just before we start, today we are running a very radical setup. If we go and take a look at the aerodynamics, it's a bit crazy really. We are going to be running 9 on the front wing and then 0 rear wing downforce. Now for some reason the way this game works is that you can run 0 rear downforce, almost unheard of in real life Formula 1 or any other F1 game, but on this game that's perfectly fine. And then the transmission, 90% engine braking, which is the highest I've run at pretty much any track. I don't even know how this car is going to feel. I don't even know if it's going to be turnable. I might just increase the aero a little bit just for qualifying, because in qualifying sometimes aerodynamics, like more aerodynamics, actually helps. And without further ado, let's go out for our first run. Yippee! Now, of course, in qualifying, the main person, the only person we are trying to beat is my teammate Nico Hülkenberg, and at the moment, as you can see, is second to last. Of course, I've not done my lap, and his lap time is a 1 minute 19.19. So let's try and beat that. I don't even know how good that lap time is. I really don't drive at this track often. This is like my 3rd weekend here. So what we do is we use a lot of overtake down the main straight. I'm going to go to about 50 because sometimes I don't have enough to actually complete the lap. Brake into turn 1 a little bit late, but honestly it's not the end of the world. I need to try and get on the throttle nice and early, which I have done. In my test quali session to find out the difficulty, I lost about 0.3 of a second because my exit from turn 2 was so crap. Sector 1 though, 26.2 by Sonoda. I am up on that by half a temp, so that's pretty good. I need to try my best to avoid the gravel on the exit of there, because that will do ya. And now we go through the first Lesmo. A little bit too much curbage, and again a pretty poor exit. That was just a bit poor all round. Missed the exit again, but got a nice... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Down the second straight, I forgot what this straight's called. All I do know is it leads up into the Ascari chicane, where we are now. Right, what's happened there then? Does someone explain to me in like Victoria's English what's just happened? I have lost half a second in Sector 2. I know my Lesmos were pretty shocking, but that's outrageous. Round the final corner and what? How have I lost half a second? What do you mean? Why am I there? What? Right, brilliant. Okay, so that's not what you want to see. I'm last by a considerable distance. I am 3 tenths off my teammate. I am more than half a second off Sonoda. And I don't really know why, because yes, those Lesmos were pretty poor, but they weren't half a second off poor. Do you know what I mean? Alright, so it is literally Sector 2. Sector 1 could do with like a couple hundredths, but it's fine. Sector 3, the same, a couple of hundredths, and it's good. It's just Sector 2. 3 tenths off Sargent, 3 tenths off Hülkenberg, half a second off Sonoda, 3 tenths off Ocon, 3 tenths off Hamilton. Why is Hamilton 15th? Well, I suppose given what happened in real life F1 this weekend, that isn't abnormal for him. I don't know what I can do. I suppose increase my front aero even more and hope that just gives me a bit more entry speed. Of course, I'd be losing time in Sector 1 and 3, but yeah, that Sector 2's got to go down. If it's any consolation to myself, I've always been stinky through Sector 2. No matter if I've got the best car on the grid, I always struggle in Sector 2. I don't know why, I just do. I'm going to have to pull through an absolute miracle lap if I want to finish ahead of my teammate. And it would be pretty distraught if I don't finish ahead of him, because I think that'd be the first time. I don't really remember though, it might just not be. But here we go. My ERS strategies did work pretty well, go down to 50, and I'm actually... Oh no, that's not good. Why is there a Williams there? Oh, well, that's not what you want to see, is it? Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't know which McLaren that is. I think that's Piastri. Whoever it is, you have done an outstanding job of getting out of the way into turn 1. That was fantastic. Well done. Aston Martin, move, baby, coming through. Thank you. Why is everyone out so late? found a lot of quality time through a couple of Lesmos, but it's still just nowhere near enough. I was meant to find half a second. I found a 10th. It's not like revolutionary, do you know what I mean? But I've definitely pushed the car a lot more than I did on my first lap, but it's still not enough, and now I'm just losing time because I've run out of ERS. Like, what a disaster of a qualifying. Definitely not finishing ahead of my teammate. I improved by a 10.5, and wow, I came out, that's why. I didn't realise how early I came out of the pits. That's why I've got traffic. Okay, right, so I stay P20 is the short of it. That is what's happened here. At Monza, I have finished last. And when everyone else finishes their laps, like Sargent, like Hulkenberg, like Tsunoda, I reckon the gap to 19th is going to be like 3 or 4 tenths. What an absolute disaster. I hate this track now. Fun fact, I hate it. I don't want to be here anymore. I think that might actually be the first ever time I have qualified 20th in any F1 game in any car. But what I'm interested in is the gap to everyone else. What's it going to be? Oh god, okay. 3 tenths. Wow. And let me guess, was it sector 2? Blah. I mean, that lap could have been about half a tenth quicker because I run out of ERS at the end of the lap, but of course that wouldn't have made any difference. Let's take a look. So, I had a 26.3, which is actually down to the, like, it's almost as good as everyone else, but still not. You can also see I lost about 600ths in sector 3 as well, so that didn't help. But yeah, I mean, 26 dead, 26-3, 26-2, 26-2, 26 dead, 26-2. It's really bad. Even like 26-5 on their final run. I was a 26-7. So the AI went and found another 2 tenths in sector 3. Meanwhile, I lost time. So just an utter disaster, really. It's my fault, though. I've been reminded. You know, I've had a flashback come back to me, and I forgot that at this track, I usually run 105, 106 AI because I'm actually quite bad at this track, as you can tell. I'm playing on 109, so that's probably why I'm P20 and quite a ways back from P19. But we go to the race, anything can happen. that's my only optimism. Anything can happen. Right, welcome to the Grand Prix. It's nice and sunny out, which is prime track conditions, although to be fair, given where I am, I would actually for once like a bit of rain, just so I get a chance to, like, safety car, red flag, anything like that. There's a higher chance of it. I can make a little bit of a comeback, but whatever. Now, I have actually been bumped up to P19. I know, completely life-changing, because someone behind, I couldn't tell you who, I can look in my wind mirror. It's an RB, so it's Tsunoda or Ricciardo. They'll be behind me for an engine penalty. So the strategy today is a medium to a hard. As always, it pretty much always is. I might come in a lap earlier, depending on the tyre wear. Lap times are going to be within... the mediums fall off is kind of crazy. So we're going to start with, 1 minute 21.5s, and then by the end we're doing 22.5s. The hard tyres start at 21.5, the same as the mediums, but end on 22s. Wow, okay. Alright, so that's the strategy and fuel sorted. Actually, just before I start, let me make sure I lower my downforce back down to what it was. And without further ado, let's start round number 12, episode 11, I think. The Monza, Italian, Temple of Speed, Ferrari Grand Prix. Lovely. Alright, here we go. Why is Hulkenberg so outside of his grid box? That's a little bit interesting. But we are away, and that start is pretty good. If I can just avoid 5th gear oversteer, I don't know why that's even a thing. I've had a not great start, because I haven't gained any places, but I haven't lost any, so that's something. Ricciardo's going to go around the outside. Hulkenberg has all but helped him there by covering me off and not covering Ricciardo off, so good play, Hulkenberg. That was really smart. And I have now dropped down to P20. Fantastic. What a tosser. I'm feeling dangerous. I'm going up the inside of Ricciardo into turn, I don't even know, 3. That was a pretty nice overtake. Once again, taking advantage of the AI because they do just not defend for some reason. Alright, my straight line speed is very, very competitive, so I reckon down this straight there is a chance for an overtake. Maybe. I don't really have the ERS for it because the AI are going to be using quite a bit as well. Let's have a look, though. Actually, Tsunoda's recharging. That could be a chance. If Hulkenberg can already get past him, I can... No, okay, never mind. I was lying. So Hulkenberg goes wheel to wheel with Tsunoda. That means I'm not going to get a chance at a move unless I can try and swing one down the inside of Hulkenberg, a little switchback. Not going to happen. And we remain P19. I tell you what, through Ascari, this car is flying through there. It's a shame it's crap everywhere else, but through there it's fantastic. So of course DRS is now enabled. Won't really change anything. I don't have the ERS to pursue Hulkenberg, although actually I don't know. I've got very good straight line speed. There's a chance here. I'm going for this. Round the outside of Hulkenberg. Here we go. Got to get my braking perfect. And once again, the AI completely ruined me because Tsunoda covers off me rather than Hulkenberg, which allows Hulkenberg to go down the inside of Tsunoda and get past him. So well done, Hulkenberg. Nice move. Good improvisation. Doesn't help me, though, because that means I'm still stuck in P19. And I don't know who it is. I believe it's the Williams of Sargent. They are locking up at every single hard braking zone. Like, I know you're like a bit of a crap driver, but put it together, mate. Come on. Right, I've had enough. I'm bored. I'm going for it on Tsunoda, whether he likes it or not. I've got a good amount of ERS now. Let's have it. Please don't go for it on Hulkenberg. No, don't defend the inside, because look, now you're just going to send it on... Wait, no, Hulkenberg. Thank you, mate. He just went and covered off Tsunoda, and now I'm allowed to try and get past the both of them. But it's so hard to get a good exit when you've got Logan Sargent locking up at every single corner, making life difficult for everyone else. I'm still not giving up this overtake on Hulkenberg, though. I'm now going to try and do a switchback and go down the inside. He's locked up again! Stop locking up! How shit are you at this? Come on, mate, lock in. It's crazy how he keeps locking up at every single corner, but he doesn't seem to be losing tyre wear or flat spotting or losing pace. I assume that's because that kind of thing doesn't really exist in this game, but still, like, come on, mate. And as I say that, Sargent is now going for a move, and he's just swept past Lewis Hamilton. Right, that makes sense, doesn't it? Down the inside of Hamilton. Hello, mate, how you doing? Yeah, thank you very much. I'm going past you now. That was an unexpected move. Once again, taking advantage of the AI, and I will see you later. Sayonara, adios, merci, bye-bye. That was a lovely move. Once again, just the AI don't really see it coming, and you can just send it up the inside, and look at that. Hulkenberg's done it as well. Well done, Hulkenberg. That's a nice little bit of a... I don't know what the word is, but that's good. Well done. Only thing is, I don't know if I can get DRS on Sargent, which might make me extremely vulnerable to the competition behind. Right, I've used every ounce of ERS I had, but I've managed to get back in DRS. However, that is going to be a problem. Nico Hulkenberg just sailing on by. And if you think I'm letting this one go, you are absolutely incorrect. I'm sending up the inside, and I am reclaiming my position of P16. Thank you very much. Right, well, next lap is the lap that I'm scheduled to stop. But to be honest, what's the point of stopping? I am still on lap 7, setting green sectors and improving my overall lap time. So what, it wouldn't really, give me an advantage. I wouldn't be able to undercut. So I might actually just stay out forever. Why not? I am cooking now. Like, I am seriously cooking. I'm actually improving through Sector 2, and you can see the impact as I am now gapping Hulkenberg, and I am right up the arrows of Logan Sargent. Now, is there a move on here? I have no idea. I am going to wait until next lap before I stop, but let's see if I can go for it on Sargent. I'm already going to go to the inside. I need to get to the inside. That's the only way I get an overtake, but Sargent just isn't going to let that happen, so I'm forced to go around the outside, which isn't a bad thing, because I now get the inside line and actually get the move done. The thing I was concerned about is what's kept happening this race is that the AI in front, in this case Zhou Guanyu, he holds off me rather than Sargent, and then Sargent overtakes both of us. But that didn't happen because Zhou Guanyu was too busy fighting Valtteri Bottas, so lovely. Now, I do think that this lap is going to be the lap to stop on, so I'm going to try and get past Zhou Guanyu, as that'll be very helpful. Here we go, around the outside of the Parabolica. Bow! I am making some overtakes right now. And let's see, there are quite a lot of other drivers stopping as well. Massive lockup from Bottas. And, oh no. Why is Hulkenberg in? Okay, right, so that hasn't gone entirely well for the Haas team, because I'm now going to be stopping Hulkenberg has to sit there and wait for 4 seconds. That's a bit of a miscommunication from the team. That's unlucky, but we move. I don't really care, to be honest. At least I'm out first. That's all that matters. I'm usually a team player. In this case, I am much faster than Hulkenberg. I'm on a severe comeback drive here. So all the priority to me, please. Oh, hello. Who are you? There's a McLaren there that's just stopped. Right, okay, brilliant. That's good. So if that brings out a safety car, I might actually cry, but we'll see. Now, this lap has to be better than all of the medium runners in front's lap times. And although it is very oversteery and skinny and snappy, it's a lot grippier. So maybe I can actually do that, and we'll see what the undercut provides. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually... Oh, my goodness. What's happening there, then? Oh, okay, no. That's actually not too bad. So I have managed to basically come out where I went in, but now I'm quite close to all of these lots. So I've gained about a set. Well, that's not good. I drove on the grass. That usually doesn't work too well. Well, anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I have gained about a second from pitting a lap earlier. Honestly, worth it. Can I go up the inside here? Oh, absolutely I can. Look at that. Wow. Again, if this was against real players or real people, that wouldn't happen. But you know what? I will take advantage of the things I can. I also need to stop nearly throwing my car into walls because it isn't doing me too good. Not just because it's scary, but also because my lap time is just shocking because of it. Right, Oscar Piastri in front. Could this be the move to get me into the points? He is fighting Esteban Ocon. And that isn't... Well, no, it might happen. Down the inside of Piastri. Out of nowhere. Round the outside. Get the exit. Come on. Oh my, wow, goodness gracious me. That is it's remarkable, really. I have gone from P20 to P10. I'm doing a Max Verstappen here at Monza. And I tell you what, it's because I have improved so much in Sector 2 throughout this race that I'm still losing half attempt to attempt to the AI, but it's nowhere near as much as it was before. And that is why I'm able to keep pace with them and then get past. Also, my straight line speed is unbelievably good. I'm feeling dangerous into turn 1 here. There is 4 cars ahead of me until there's a large gap to a Mercedes. Now, my next target is Esteban Ocon. I am gaining. He moves to the inside. That's quite a wise call. And I was going to go to the inside. Not going to happen. I can still go for this, though. Round the outside of Ocon. Oh, there's also an Aston Martin there. Got to be careful of that on the exit. Ocon fighting back. This is quite good racing, to be fair. Hot lap ERS on. Overtake Ocon. Yes, sir. Alex Albon as well. He's right in front of me. I'm going to have to try and take him as well. Round the outside. Brake. Oh, my goodness. I'm cooking. I'm absolutely flying along. This is incredible. What a performance so far. And I'll tell you what, the AI, you know, I said it in qualifying, I usually play on 106 round here. I was playing on 109. This is 108. So, yeah, I'm class. Up ahead, there is I don't even know who that is. There is someone fighting Lance Stroll, who is somehow ahead of Alonso. We don't know how that's happened. I believe that's Checo Perez. Well, it's a Red Bull, and let's be honest, there's a Red Bull in P6. It's Checo Perez, it just is. Lance Stroll going for it again down the inside. That could work out beneficial for me, as I can now catch up to them. No, that's not how that's worked at all. But hang on, the Aston Martins both go around the outside of Checo. And now, because I've got DRS, I can go around the outside of Checo as well into turn 1. He is going to fight it, but I've just braked later, and I've got that place. Holy moly. So both of the Astons go around the inside and outside, creating an Aston Martin sandwich. And it isn't over yet, because with overtake, go on! Yes! Look at that! Is that not the most world-class thing you have ever seen in your life? Ho, 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 Christmas is near, and this is a bleeding Christmas miracle. I cannot believe my eyes. There is 10 million fireflies. What is going on? Now, of course, that was an absolutely fantastic moment in this career mode. But I do have to be careful, as there is a very angry Fernando Alonso behind me. What I did to him was complete disrespect to the driver that he is, and he's not happy, and he is going to go for it. I might do my tactic where I purposely sit behind him so I get the DRS so I don't get overtaken, and on the final lap, send it. And I might not have a choice in the matter because I might actually get double done here, maybe even triple. Here comes Alonso and Stroll covering off the outside so Stroll can't get past. Alonso is going to go for it. Honestly, I might just let him go for it. Checo Perez, where's he come from then? Checo Perez round the outside looking very dangerous. And there's another car there. Who's that guy? Wait, hang on a minute here. It's all falling to pieces. Checo Perez, please, no. I really like you. No. Oh, you absolute prick. I'm not letting this go, though. I'm going to try and go around the outside of Checo Perez now as the Astons fight. Potentially around the outside of one of the Astons as well. Boom! Have that! Have a bit of that. Round Lesbo 1. Alonso's tried to end my life, but I have survived. And I need to relax. Woo! Okay, so I am now P6. Lance Stroll is right ahead of me. But I can now just sit behind Stroll and hope that Alonso doesn't go for the move. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly back them up through the Ascari chicane so that my gap to Stroll is more, so that I don't overtake him into turn 1. Here comes Alonso, though. He might actually ruin my plans. And Checo Perez, we're going 3 wide into the Parabolica. Not going to let that happen. Please don't do dangerous things like that. And yeah, oh, I've gone off. I'm back on. Don't worry, never mind. Forget about that. You saw nothing. Right, this is going to get a bit interesting. Checo Perez is right behind me. We might have to both overtake Stroll here. Let's see what happens. Checo Perez is looking for it. He's going for it, but I'm going for it on Stroll. So if I sort of do this, there you go, that's working. Stroll goes back through, massive step of oversteer. That's not what I wanted. Get on the exit, dump the overtake. I need to, oh, that's not good. I've thrown all that away. Right, come on. Gain some time back. Go. Get me back within like 7 tenths. There we go. Thank you very much. Right, the scene is under control. We are okay. I am still trailing Stroll by a decent margin, and the plan continues where I stay behind him and overtake him on the final lap, just so there's no risk of getting done in the back. Right, penultimate lap of the race. Here we go. What's going to happen? Checo Perez going for it. Alex Albon also going for it. This is not what I wanted to see. Lance Stroll on the defensive, trying to go round the outside whilst shielding him in a way. All that hasn't really worked. A little bit of bumpy wheelage going on, but that's fine. Okay, that's actually worked out pretty much perfectly. Alex Albon overtakes Checo Perez. He's now in P7. What a result that is for Williams. And now I need to make sure that my gap to Stroll is like 0.8 or 9 so that I don't catch him and the cars behind don't catch me. Right, everything has just gone exactly to plan. Checo Perez sent it around the outside of Albon and actually gained me a very nice amount of time. So now I need to go full attack mode and get past Stroll. Final lap of the race. Let's do this thing. Come on. This is one of my best drives of the series of my life. Let's make it even better. Hello, Lance Stroll. I've got no ERS left. Round the outside, properly late on the brakes so I can secure the move. There we go. And of course, it isn't over yet because there is still quite a lot of racetrack to navigate. We have a yellow flag somewhere. There's been a pile-up at turn 1. Someone has spun and created a massive pile-up. I believe it might have been an Alpine. And of course, because it's the final lap, there won't be any red flag or safety car because it's the final lap. They would just end the race. Well, that might not be a bad thing. Maybe they could bring out the safety car, but then just make the race end under the safety car across the line like they do in real life. That'd be quite cool. Didn't they do it here in 2023? They might have done. Right, Lance Stroll coming down the second DRS straight. I've got him in the pocket though. No chance. He's going to try and go for the move, but I can be a little bit late on the brakes through Ascari. Lovely stuff. Holding on very nicely. The car has been utterly sensational through there. And he ain't done fighting because he's going to try and go around the outside of the Parabolica. This is actually a good move for Stroll if he can get it. Covering the inside off. Try and push him out wide. That's pretty nice. Overtake on. Let's go! Have some of that. Oh, That is brilliant, really. Wow. Now that is Sector 2, Diff. That is what that is. Holy moly. Holy moly. What a time to be alive. Unreal. So here's your final finishing order. Oliver Behrman, me, Fat Crim, goes from P19 to P5 in this race. With no red flags, no safety cars, no weather changes, pure pace. That is one of the best drives I have ever put in. But to be honest, I'm going to be perfectly straightforward. That's not even me being quick. That's just because I am the only one here who has the bottle to go for certain overtakes. Of course, you've seen the AI. They only go for an overtake if there's a 100% chance of making the overtake work. Whereas me, I'm sending it from like 50 meters, 100 meters back. I'm just going for moves that the AI don't think of. And that's sort of an issue with the game, really, is that the AI are really bad at racing. You saw some of my overtakes, Daniel Ricciardo into turn 3 or turn 4, whatever it is. The second hard braking zone, he just sits there following the car ahead. I'm just allowed to send it up the inside because he brakes 200 meters earlier than normal. Stuff like that. It's still an unbelievable drive, but with my pace, if I was against real players who were doing the exact same pace as the AI, I wouldn't have finished anywhere near that high. But anyway, let's take a look at the race director. What are my lap times looking like? Yeah, okay, right. So why did I do a 24.0? What happened there? Something went catastrophically wrong through Sector 2 because I did a 24.0. Wow, that's shocking. Also, the lap times just aren't really that consistent. 21.8, I mean, 3 tenths, half a second. Yeah, that's really bad, actually. But we got the results. If we look at the standings, of course, you got to take the standings with a bit of a grain of salt, or a pinch of salt, whatever they say, because I have won and got podiums in this series, which I shouldn't have done. This result shouldn't have happened either. So I currently sit P6 overall at 104 points. I am last of all my compatriots, so that's always good. And in the Constructors, we sit P6, finished ahead of both Astons. So I don't think we actually gained points on them because they finished like, what? 6th and 9th. So they get 2 and... Oh, no, okay. So we scored the exact same amount of points. So the gap is the same. But surely that has solidified P6 in the standings at least. And now we can try and fight for P5. But wow, what a race. I'm absolutely exhausted. Thank you for watching. That's all from me. I will see you a lot later. A goodbye. 2!